Hey guys, what's up? I am shooting this video from Amed, that is in the east of Bali, and I went up here with my housemate Antonio to do a freediving course. And I've never been up here, even though Amed is very well known to be a paradise for divers, freedivers, and generally a really beautiful area, as maybe you can guess. Check it out, it's really beautiful. We're staying just in here in this little guest house homestay, and yeah, it's super chill. And today's video is going to be a little bit short, but I would like to talk to you about going on micro adventures, which is something I discovered 5 or 6 years ago, and it's one reason why I love living here in Bali. Alright, let me find a place to sit down. So micro adventures are essentially trips that you take in your area, wherever you live, you know, a couple of hours away, maybe even just 30 minutes away, and you just go on a little adventure without having to venture far, without having to fly anywhere or take a train or go crazy on, you know, spending a whole lot of money. And essentially what you do is, and this is what I do with Bali right now, I look at Google Maps and I look at places I would like to go to. I speak to the locals, I speak to friends who've lived here for a long time, and I ask them what's awesome to check out, what are awesome places to see, adventures to do, and then I hop on my scooter or grab a friend or two and we just ride wherever the wind takes us, and then we go on a little micro adventure. Just like coming here, it was relatively spontaneous. We said, hey, we want to do a freediving course, and we organized it, and we hopped on our bikes, rode up to Amed, 2.5 hours. Now we're here staying in a really lovely little homestay, and yeah, we didn't read up on what's happening up here. We're just kind of cruising around and driving to where we feel like it could be interesting and exploring the area just by letting our intuition guide us. That's what we also did yesterday, and we ended up hiking up a hill for a while, and it seemed like we're not going nowhere, but we ended up having beautiful views. And so I love doing this because it's not just about jumping on an airplane and flying halfway around the world to have an adventure. You can have an adventure in your own backyard, basically. The guy that coined the term micro adventures was Alistair Humphreys, and I actually met this guy at a conference once, and he's super cool, and that's his life. He goes on big adventures, but he also started just doing small little micro adventures around England and where he lives and comes from, and started documenting them. And he would just get his backpack and his camping gear and he would just start walking from his house, and then he'd see where he'd end up by the time the sun set, and then he would set up camp and camp out, and the next day he'd walk back home. So look around you, where you are, where you live. Is there areas you haven't been to yet? Places you can go hiking or camping or canyoning, or take your bike maybe, or different spots to go surfing, or I don't know, wherever you can basically go and have a little interesting adventure that you haven't had before, where you didn't think it might be waiting for you. So this is my encouragement to, after that you watch this video, to check out Google Maps and see where you could plan a little micro adventure next weekend or any other day really. And because that's what I've been doing here in Bali. Last weekend I was in Ubud for a photo shoot, but the weekend before, some friends of mine and our photo club, we decided to go up to the northwest of Bali. We went to a national park where basically no tourists go. And the weekend before that or two, I went up with the Bali Children's Foundation up north to their villages. And then next weekend, I'm going on another awesome trip to the center of Bali, to a little village. So I am more and more about these little adventures, especially in a place, obviously, that is just full of them. And like I said, of course, Bali is a very amazing, magical, inviting place to have adventures. But to be honest, I think any area could be super interesting to explore wherever you're from. And in other news, we had our first day of our freediving course. It's actually the second time I'm doing this course, but last time is like 5 or 6 years ago. So I just wanted to do a refresher with my friend Antonio, and God, I love the water. I love that element. I love that meditative aspect of freediving where it's all about just slowing down your breath and everything, and just really relax into what you're doing, and just really getting out of this and just into your body and every little corner of it. Really, really enjoy it. Tomorrow's our second day where we're going out into the open ocean to go and dive down all the way to 20 meters. So that's exciting. There will be a video about our little freediving adventure for sure. All right, my friends, my question for you today is, where are you gonna go and do your next micro adventure? Let me know what you plan to do. Hopefully this video inspired you to go on a micro adventure. And if you did enjoy my video, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then. Mwah, bye. Mwah.